chosen ones, empaths, and all the genuine souls, you have woken up. Most likely happened towards the end of the relationship. You have woken up, okay? But you need to understand that when the narcissist first encountered you, they knew there was something different about you, but they couldn't quite put their finger on it. Some of the more spiritual narcissists and like higher conscious narcissists or awakened narcissists, and I don't mean self-proclaimed narcissists, I mean awakened narcissists, knowing that ultimately they've submitted to evil and they are on the dark side. These ones will maybe be able to pick up on your glow more, and they'll have more insight into exactly what you are, because a lot of you didn't realize who you were. Whether this was you growing up in a dysfunctional family unit, a friendship, a romantic relationship, you ultimately didn't know who you were till further down the line, right? But a lot of the narcissists, they think that it's their manipulation that's being able to get this potent supply source from you. This is what a lot of them believe it is. This is where you hear they're full of themselves. This is what will happen, because when you're attending to their needs and helping them, they're thinking, oh, this is me. I get what I want. I can have an influence on someone. Oh, and they get big-headed, all right? But eventually you go further down the line and you realize what they are, and it's you get out of it, or it ends in some dysfunctional way a lot of the time, most of the times, right? Ghosting, abandonment, argument, things like that, and you go your separate ways. Please like, share, and subscribe. So you go your separate ways. Now it's only when the narcissist goes on with their journey, even the awakened and spiritual ones, afterwards they'll know that you're from source. They'll know you're from the universe, from God. They'll know that you know, I'm not saying you're perfect. This is something that I need you all to understand, because I've had a few people being hesitant, right, to reach out for sessions, or because they're thinking that I'm gonna make judgment upon them. Like, I'm not perfect, you know what I'm saying? And neither are chosen ones, empaths, or genuine souls, right? It's just you're not evil like them. A lot of you may have done things that you're not proud of, maybe even towards a narcissist. You may have broke your character, but it was you were pushed to these extents. That's something you need to understand. So please, I'm going to try and spread that more, make you just keep reinforcing that message about, you know, you are often pushed to something. Obviously, when we do wrong, we have to be accountable, but I'm saying there is factors that are at play with the narcissist. A lot of you were pushed in a direction to act out of character, all right, because you were being covertly abused or overtly abused through periods of time, and eventually it's too much for the empath, the chosen one, the genuine soul to take, and that's why they can often, this is where the supernova thing comes from and everything like that. But anyway, what I'm saying is they kind of awaken you. It's not, they don't want to awaken you. They wanted you to stay in your place, right? They didn't want you to start thinking outside the box and stuff like that. But eventually their behavior through the relationship kind of triggers this in you to wake up, and eventually you get out and you're in this position now where you're researching it, you're reading books, you're doing things, right? And they'll go on with their lives, but further down the line they'll be like, oh my god, like when they go through other suppliers and they realize that this is families, this is friends, this is work, this is all types of things, these parasites will realize that you are from the light, okay? And I'm aware many of you don't believe in God. I didn't used to believe in God, right? I'm just saying they're aware that you're from the positive side, and you awaken them to what they are even more. So even though the narcissist was unfulfilled, unhappy with themselves in the core of who they are, and it's not a laughing matter, because someone going around not happy with themselves is self-destructive, right? But this will make them even more, this will put a spotlight on them even more. They'll feel like the spotlight's on them even more, that they're not, you know, that they're a parasite, you know, they start to awaken to what they are, but they also awaken to what you are. But it's too late. By the time that they realize what you are and who you are, it's well too late. You're going on with your journey, you're going on with things, and this is something they struggle to get over, knowing that they had you in the grips of their hands and you've passed through their fingers. And you're gonna go on, and this is what I mean. If you was in a family unit, many of you have got out of toxic family units. If you've gone on and built your own family, you're going on and doing well, they're gonna be so frustrated that they're not a part of that. And romantic relationships will be unhappy that you're going on with your life and building yourself up, because many of you go on to other things. It's not necessarily just other relationships, but that can come. You will find good people and things like that. Friendships as well, they'll feel left out. They'll feel like, no, you've gone in your own direction. So this is what it is. You awaken each other, okay? But their awakening happens after. You have your awakening, you see through them, they see it in you that you're different, but it's further down the line because their comprehension is not as great as yours. Now, I don't mean that you're some genius. You might be a genius, right? I don't know. But I'm saying you just have a higher comprehension and a higher insight and a higher foresight, divine insight even, than these narcissists. You have it, so they realize further down the road, and that's why many of you struggle at the beginning days while you're in her, and you're seeing them like not phased, not bothered, and you just can't kind of come to terms with the fact that they're gonna hit that point when they realize. You see, they're gonna hit that point when they realize, and you're gonna be on with your life. Many of them did see the shift in you when you woke up. They would have felt it, because authentic people can't hide the way they're feeling. If they're like not feeling right about a situation, you can read it on your face. Like they could pick up on that. So they did know that you shifted, and a lot of them disperse when they realize that you're waking up or you see through them. This is why they escalate situations and ghosts and abandonments, because they fear rejection. Ultimately, they fear rejection, so they project their own feelings of rejection onto you. So for those of you that have been ghosted or abandoned or discarded or things like that, this is what they project, their own feelings of abandonment issues and things like that onto you. All right. Something I just want to include in this message is just off the topic. Please don't delve into, it's something I strongly advise, don't delve into believing that the narcissist's childhood is the reason for who they are. Okay, this is off the topic of the video, but I need to put it in there. I need to reinforce this. I want to get it out, right? There's so many people, like you've heard me may have said before, that have had troublesome childhoods. You may have actually had troublesome childhood. You haven't turned out to be an evil person. I'm not saying you're perfect, but you haven't turned out to be evil like a narcissist. And it's very detrimental for you as survivors, victims, thrivers, empaths, chosen ones, genuine souls, to be met with people telling you, oh, it's their childhood, oh, poor them. Yeah, it's very, it's detrimental. So, you just come out of an abusive relationship or an abusive family or whatever, right? And you're met with feeling sorry for them. They're trying to manipulate your empathy. It's an agenda or a lack of comprehension that is actually preventing chosen ones, empaths and genuine souls and authentic souls getting closure and healing in the right way. So I just thought I'd add that in there at the end. Thanks for listening today. I really appreciate the support. Please book a session if you'd like to. I'm now available 24 hours across all time zones. You can also request a custom video. All video requests are processed in 24 hours. You're welcome to donate or support to the channel if you like to. My podcast is now on Spotify. Check out the Spiritual channel for more content. All links you need in the description box below. And I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.